Hey, it's D. It's a brand new episode coming right for you, right on the FTO network. Enjoy. All right, everybody, we have a brand new episode of FTO Nerd Talk Podcast, and I'm chatting with Rose Kreider?
Kreider, yep.
Kreider. I should have asked beforehand. Sorry about that. Rose Kreider, she is a filmmaker and an actor and a model. A lot of different hats. And she's here to talk to us today about a lot of different films that she's working on. And like, you got like a lot of films that you're also like producing and directing also, correct?
Yes, I have 2 movies that I produced. And then my next one that's coming out next year, I'm also producing, and I've written 1. So it's coming along very slowly, but surely.
First off, welcome to the show. I appreciate having you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. And secondly, let's talk about your breakout film, The Woman.
Yeah, so it basically started from a dream in October last year. I woke up in the middle of the night, wrote it all out, woke up that morning and started finishing the movie from beginning, middle to end. And then by the end of the week, I had already cast everybody. And then from there, November hit, Thanksgiving kind of took over the month. And so I put a pause on everything in November until December. I finished out hiring the crew and had all of my actors practice for about a month the script. So there was really great chemistry already when we started filming in January. And then we filmed from January into mid-February. And the film came out pretty quick. It came out March 13th. And we had about 88 people at the premiere at a theater. And it was playing on a Roku app channel. And now it's been out and we've had such great responses, a lot of recognition from the actors and myself as a first-time director. And right now I'm actually talking with a distributor. So it might be coming on a network near you sometime soon.
Nice. I mean, Roku is not a bad bag though. Like, there's like they're a $1 billion company. So having your stuff on there ain't it's nothing to shake your finger at. So like, good kudos to you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. I read in a few interviews that you don't like to specify what someone like it's a specialty act. Like there's no specification when it comes like to what you can and can't do when it comes to any kind of like works of art. But I do want to ask, do you think like talking to people and like bring them together and like making all these original works of art is one of your specialties?
I would say so. I really like to do a lot of research on things that I'm pursuing, or if someone comes to me and asks me to turn their screenplay into a movie, I like to make sure that there's nothing like it. And, for The Woman, I did a bunch of research on past indie movies and big production movies to make sure that there was nothing like The Woman, and there really isn't. And I think that's what inspired people and got a lot of great actors and crew members to be a part of it because it was so unique. So yeah, I believe that I've brought a lot of people together in the industry because there's a lot of actors in this Pacific Northwest area, and a lot of times they want to work with another actor or a crew member or director, but sometimes it's difficult to get in the same room.
I get that completely. You say you are like in more the West Coast, LA type area, and we see that Hollywood is kind of branching itself all over the U.S. from Chicago to New York to Atlanta. Like, is there any other place like you think about working at besides just the West Coast right now?
Oh, definitely. I am looking at Arizona. I know there's a lot of filmmakers out there and actors and models. I'm kind of staying away from modeling. Yeah, I'm not really that interested in that right now, but I know that there's great locations out there and a lot of people in Scottsdale, for example. So I am open to branching out there. Of course, if I get, an offer to work with someone in Hollywood, then I won't turn it down. I just don't want to move there. So if I had a chance to move somewhere else, it would probably be Arizona.
See, that's not bad. I like that. It's like you're still keeping it close to the West Coast, but not exactly. And like a whole new feel of actors and expertise out there as well. I get that completely.
Definitely. Yeah. And it's not that far. It's, you could drive there versus New York.
That's a whole plane trip. No, I get that. Tell me about one of your latest film, A Room by the Road. You work with some people from Seattle with this, correct?
Yeah, everyone I've worked with so far have been Seattle based. And this film in particular, a screenwriter, Joseph Wilk, came to me in April and said, I watched The Woman and I know you would do great things with this screenplay. We had a short conversation, fell in love with the script. And then I started, producing it, bringing publicity to it, casting. And then by May 14th, we filmed all day and into the night. And then it just came out June 24th. And it's basically about a robbery gone wrong. And about, two best friends, they attempted robbery. They succeeded, but then something really bad happened and they're serving the consequences of their actions. And it's, 7 minutes and 45 seconds. It's super worth your 8 minutes almost to watch. And right now we're trying to crowdfund for my next film, Deadly Delivery. So we're asking $2 a preferred donation to see A Room by the Road because it's on a private YouTube link. And if you do want to see it, if anyone listening wants to see it, just message me and that money goes towards my next production.
And I will put your information in the show notes so people can see you on Facebook and Instagram and any other place that they can probably find you. I know you have a website as well that shows like your bio and ins and outs.
Yeah, I have an acting, modeling, and directing website. But then I also, offer other services too. So just definitely check it out.
You're still acting while this is going on. Like, so films like Year of Fox, you got Friday the 13th, Vengeance 2, Bloodlines, The Alliance 2, The Town. You like a lot of like acting credits that you're still working on. Also, is that part of the juggle with the producing and directing?
I haven't really encountered any problems just yet. I did go on Alliance 2 while we were filming The Woman. So one day I was on set all day for the Alliance 2. The next day I had a 12-hour day on set for The Woman. So, I mean, I'm pretty tired, but I am acting, but I'm taking smaller roles. For example, my first feature role, I filmed it all last summer and it came out in October. And that took up almost every weekend in my summer last year. So coming up, I have a 48-hour film that I'm doing this weekend. And yeah, I'm just kind of taking it day by day, but I'm not taking every person's approach because I am. Mm-hmm.
You're the boss. You're the one who's making the final call. I get that.
Yeah.
You had an interview recently with someone, I think it's Two Tony Productions, and they asked you a question. What is one moment you've had in any part of filmmaking process where you've learned a really valuable lesson and you've said like to take time, to delegate, to streamline certain things? Is that still working out for you?
I'm still trying to learn that, to be honest, with Deadly Delivery. I told myself after The Woman that I was not going to do the call sheets by myself because it's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot of organization. I'm pretty organized myself, but there's double the amount of crew, double the amount of script, and double the amount of cast. So it's really difficult, especially filming during the summer, to try to coordinate everybody's schedule because a lot of people are traveling and such. So I am attempting to reach out to a few people to help PA for Deadly Delivery just because it'll be a nice weight off of my back. I get that so too. That's a work in progress. Yeah.
Most of from what I've gathered, most filmmaking is just a lot of writing. It's a lot of writing, a lot of notes, a lot of double notes, a lot of looking over your notes, a lot of reading and writing the entire time. So yeah, it's a lot that goes into it.
Mm-hmm. Well, the script is completely done. That took a few months. I'm working with my close friend Steve, who is the Amazon writer. He wrote Deadly Delivery, and he has a whole book series about it. So he approached me. He actually came to the Woman premiere, and I've been friends with him for over 10 years. He came to the premiere, and I told him, don't ask me just yet to direct any of your movies. Tell me what you think about The Woman. And he was one of the first people to run up to me after the credits and was like, I want to work with you. So basically from April 1st till just last month, we were working on a script, and I'm really happy about it. We've gotten some great input from cinematographers, and I think it's the best script, and it's just a lot more work, so delegating
work.
Delegating is a challenge all on its own, because I like taking a lot of responsibilities on, because I do things specifically, like in specific ways that make sense to me. But yeah, to answer your question in a long rounded way, yes, I am working on that.
No, I'm here for the long answer. I'm always here for the long answer. It gives me more to think about for the next question to ask you. So I appreciate the long answer. You do have like a lot of credits. You do have like a lot of expertise, and like you're so young with doing all of this. Like, who is your inspiration like to keep you going? Like, 'cause I know a lot of us suffer from the imposter syndrome. A lot of us may not have like that close-knit group to keep us motivated. Like, what is it that keeps you going through, like, with the modeling, with the producing, with the acting, with the directing? Like, what keeps you going forward with all that?
So I'm a very visual person. And when I see the end goal visually right in front of me, whether it be an award with my name on it or just some awesome recognition that I get from my peers, I know that there's like a trek to get there. Mm-hmm. And I'm willing to put in all of that effort to get to that point. And, I experienced it with a woman is I basically didn't sleep for months. Especially every night that we filmed, because I would wake up and think of other ideas or other camera angles and whatnot. But it all was worth it when I came to the premiere. It was I would relive that day every day. It was so magical.
What was that feeling like?
Yeah.
Like being at the premiere, what was it like for you?
Yeah. So I guess I've never really shared this with anybody, but I was bullied in high school and through my 20s. And I just was never a person that people would, you'd walk into a room and people be like, Rose, like I was never that person. And so when I got to my premiere, everybody wanted to come up and say hi and say something. And that was like the coolest feeling, because I've just been bullied most of my life. So I think that was really, really special. And then also the fact that, I put in all of this effort for the last 6-7 months, and then seeing it on the big screen was just I definitely cried. I hope no one really noticed.
I'm pretty sure they were happy that you did cry. You put yourself out there, like it showed. I wish I was there to see it. I wish I was there to see you cry. Like, I can tell that you put a lot of work into this. I'm looking at your IG page, with all the different interviews, all your different credits. Like I can tell you rewatch The Woman quite a few times before you let the world see it. So like, that's good on you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I've seen it definitely over 100 times.
I don't doubt that whatsoever. That was gonna be one of my questions, but yeah, I figured like hearing you talk about this, like, yeah, she watched it quite a few times, definitely.
Yeah, and a room. Are you there? I'm so sorry. I don't know what just happened. And A Room by the Road, I've seen 50 times or so far, and I'm obsessed with it just as much. It's completely opposite of The Woman. It's a crime-based suspense thriller. It has blood. It has violence. Totally the opposite of my drama. So,
like, I keep seeing like the Friday the 13th credit that you have like on your IMDb, and I gotta ask, like, are you more of a horror genre expert? Are you more of a drama fan, thriller? What's your category?
I've been asked this a few times, and I don't specifically have a category that I want to write or produce or direct. I think I want to be one of those broad directors, especially because in the Pacific Northwest district, we have nothing but horror. Thriller, suspense.
That's the thing.
So I was kind of hesitant at first when I found out the short was like one of those types of films, but then I was like, it's a short, I can do it, and it's a great script. Right. There's so many people that are in the industry here that specifically do that, and they just throw them out like 5 times a year. And it's really hard to compete because they've been in it for years and years and years. But I'm not afraid of a little competition. I just think drama and maybe a comedy could be like really special, like a niche that people don't really hear.
So what's next for you? What's the next genre? Is it going to be a thriller? Is it going to be more horror? Is it going to be a comedy? What's next for you?
So Deadly Delivery is a suspense thriller. So take the short and amplify it by an hour and a half, and that's kind of what it's going to be.
So a fully length picture this time. Nice.
Yeah, definitely more blood, more violence, a lot more violence actually than the short. And after that, I kind of want to do something light. So I did kind of announce in a subtle way on my Facebook that I made a video the other day. I have a friend who is a photographer. So when I was a model and I modeled frequently, he took photos of me a couple times, and he approached me. He's in Montana, and he approached me to talk about doing a documentary for a dog haven in which he goes to an Indian reservation that doesn't care about repopulation of homeless dogs. Okay. And there's stray puppies all over the place every week. And I personally like dogs more than people. So I'm all about it. And if I had $1 million or more, I would create a safe haven, like a shelter for dogs. So he's approached me with a documentary idea about going to Montana and telling the story of that whole process. And I'm in love with it. So that's kind of in the talks now. And that might be my next thing after Daily Delivery.
Like a documentary or a docuseries?
A documentary, probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours, kind of like a Netflix, documentary, but I wouldn't approach it on Netflix. I would approach it with my distributor.
Smart move. Definitely smart move. Don't go to Netflix. They may not give you the best offering you want. So that's good. We've been talking for a little while. I've asked you like tons of questions, except for like, your affinity for Dan Levi and Anne Murphy. I haven't asked you that yet, but I got to ask you like the same question I ask everybody on the show is, you've been doing this since 2021, correct?
Yeah, kind of through 2020, halfway through like the summertime, I did runway modeling, and then it kind of acting picked up in 2021.
You're stone cold badass, period. Like point blank, stone cold. You've been doing this for a good minute now, and you put a lot of yourself into it. I'm pretty sure like you're not going to stop anytime soon, but I know there have been a lot of people who's had your back throughout all this, and like you have gotten like a tons of influence from them. You've given a ton of influence yourself. What would you want to say to all those people who've had your back through all this?
Oh my goodness. Thank you, because I seriously wouldn't have the support that I have now without them. It's hard to kind of get all of my family involved in the know, because I'm always doing so many different things. So I consider my friends my family. And, I guess the other thing I would say is if you're interested in working with me, I would love to work with you. So just reach out, because I'm always looking for new people. I actually went to a set today, and I was scouting different background people that are just there to be in movies, and they're totally about IMDb credit. And, that's kind of my jam. That's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. Sounds very, very hopeful for the future for you. Just want to help people out and have them help you out in the process. That's good to hear.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm sure the future looks really bright for me and everyone that I work with.
You want to plug yourself before we leave?
Yes. So Instagram at Rose Kreider. If you're interested in looking at my websites, just message me and I'll send you the link. And Facebook, the same, Rose Kreider. I have a Rose Kreider Productions, and just to clarify what the production company is, because I do get questions all the time. They're like, I get actors saying, I'm an actor, can I work with you? It's like, yes. They're like, okay, what's Rose Kreider Productions? Can I get signed? And it's like, that's not what the production company is. So just for clarification, Rose Kreider Productions is basically for screenwriters or people that are closet writers that have amazing ideas and they want to turn it into a film. They approach me, and we work together on writing a script or finalizing a script. And, I give them credit, and then my company produces and directs and releases a film. So if there's anybody that's interested, I'm always looking for more work.
Awesome. Look at you. Very savvy. I like it. You are, wow. You're like busy. I bet you repeat that a lot to individuals.
Not as much as you would think.
No? Okay. All right. Guess that's what a business card is for. No, I get it. Rose, thank you so much for joining me on this. I hope to have you again soon after some more of your hits have been hitting out there. If people start talking about you a little bit more, I want to have you back and talk to you more about what it is that you're doing. It seems like you have a lot of fun in this process of yours, and you're just getting started. So thank you again for being on.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your night.
I'm going to do my best. I make no promises, but I appreciate that.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Till next time.
Bye.
Hey guys, D here of FTO Nerd Talk. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, tell your friends about FTO Nerd Talk. Got a lot of different shows for all of you. Make sure you tune in every week for a brand new episode. Take it easy.